Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. We are studying new syllabus mathematics. It's book 3. We have started chapter number 2. Today we will discuss the topics in exercise 2b, and we will solve some questions of exercise 2b. This lesson number 11 is about the inverse functions. In the previous lessons we have studied functions. So for a function there must be an inverse function which brings back the value of y to original value of x. So we will study the definition and how to find the inverse of the given function. If we denote the original function by f of x, then inverse function will be denoted by f inverse x. If the function is represented by g of x, then inverse will be g inverse, and if the function is represented by h, then its inverse function will be h inverse. That is, we will put minus 1 as an index. We know that a function is an equation for which any x that can be plugged into the equation will yield exactly one y out of the equation. That is, if we put any value of x in the equation, we get one and only one value of y, then that relation is called a function. The inverse function is an equation for which any y that can be plugged into the equation will give exactly the starting value of x. So this is the equation in which if we put x we get y. So there must be a relation in which we put the value of y, we get the same value of x for which we get the value of y. That is, inverse function can be described as the do and undo functions. If y is equal to f of x, then x is equal to f inverse y. You have to keep these two relations in mind. If we are given that f of x is equal to y, then we can write f inverse y is equal to x. So we will use these two relations in solving the questions without finding the inverse function. This is diagrammatical representation of function and inverse function. If we put any value of x in this relation and we get a value of y, then one and only one value of y, then this relation is called a function. And if this value of y is put in a function which gives us the same value of x, then this relation is called inverse function. The values which we put in the original function is called the domain of f, and the values of y which we obtained by putting the value of x are called range or image of f. That is the value of y. Explanation, diagrammatical explanation of function and inverse function. A function is an equation for which any x that can be plugged into the equation will yield exactly one y out of the equation y is equal to f of x. This is what we have studied. Now this is the diagram. If we put in these values of x in any relation, function is just like a computing machine. That is, whenever you will put in something, we will get out of that machine. If this is the relation, this is the function in which when we will put these values of x, we will get some values of y. That is, these values of x when we will put in this equation will give us these values of y. When we put 0 for x in this function, so we get 0 plus 1 is 1, and when we put x is equal to 1 in this equation, we get y is equal to 3. For 2 we get 5, and if we put x is equal to 3 in this equation, in this machine, we get out of it 7, and if we put 4 we get 9, and for 5 we will get 11. Now this is the relation in which when we put these values of x, for every value of x we get one and only one value of y. So there is another relation which brings back these values of y to the values of corresponding values of x. This relation or function which for which any y that can be plugged into the equation will exactly give us the starting value of x. There is a relation in which when we will put these values of y, we will get these values of x. When we will put 11, we will get 5. When we will put 9, we will get 4. And similarly, when we will put 1 in the equation, we will get 0. And what is that relation called? That is called the inverse of the given function. And in this case, this inverse is x minus 1 over 2. So this is the function in which when we will put 11, we will get 5. 11 minus 1 is 10, 10 over 2 is 5. And when we will put x is equal to 1, the value of y equal to 1 here, 1 minus 1 is 0 over 2 is 0. Because our original function is an x, that's why we write the inverse of it into as x. So for this function, this is the inverse function. There are steps to find the inverse function. How we are able to find this function from this function. So let's discuss those points. This is called algebraic method to find inverse of a function. If the function is given in this form, f such that x is mapped onto 2x plus 1, and you are asked to find the inverse of this function, then we will first write the function in this form, f of x is equal to 2x plus 1. After writing the function in this form, we will start finding the inverse. We will replace f of x by y. If function is already given as y is equal to 2x plus 1, then there is no need of step 1. If the function is given in this form, we will first write the function in this form and we will replace fx by y. And in the second step, we will make x the subject in the equation. In this equation, we will make x the subject. We have studied this in book 2. To make x the subject, we will transfer plus 1 from right hand side to left hand side. We get y minus 1 is equal to 2. Now divide left hand side by 2 to get x is equal to y minus 1 over 2. In step 3, we will replace this x by f inverse y. This x will be replaced as f inverse y because in the previous slide we have studied that x is equal to f inverse y. If y is equal to f of x, then x is equal to f inverse y. And in the last step 4, we will replace every y in the equation obtained in step 3 by x. So f inverse x is equal to x minus 1 over 2. If this is the function, then using these 4 steps we are able to find its inverse. This step number 3 is optional. You can directly move to step 2 to step 3. Replace this x by f inverse x and every y on the right hand side by x, like this. So using these 4 steps we can find the inverse of the given function. In question number 1, this is the function which is given and you are asked to find the inverse of this function. As we have just studied that we will write the function in this form and we will use these 4 steps to find the inverse of this function. We will first replace f of x by y and then we will make x the subject. We will transfer minus 3 from right hand side to left hand side. We get y plus 3 equal to 1 over 4x and left hand side will be multiplied by this 4 into y plus 3 is equal to x and x is equal to 4 into y plus 3. Now in the third step we will replace this x by f inverse y. And in the last step we will replace every y by x. And we get f inverse x is equal to 4 into x plus 3. So we can directly write f inverse x equal to 4 into x plus 3 after making the subject x the subject of the equation, like this. Question number 2 is a function f is defined by this, and again you are asked to find the inverse of this function. Write the function in this form: f of x is equal to x minus 3, and start applying the 4 steps. First replace fx by y, and we get y is equal to x minus 7. Make x the subject, we get y plus 7 is equal to x. We can write this as x is equal to y plus 7 and replace this x by f inverse y, and we get f inverse y is equal to y plus 7. Now after this third step, we will replace all y's by x. F inverse x is equal to x plus 7. This is the inverse function for this given function. After this, you are asked to find the values of these functions at various values of x. Inverse function is given this. You are asked to find the value of the inverse function when x is equal to 3. So put x is equal to 3 on the right hand side of this equation. We get 10, and f inverse 5 minus 5 will give you minus 5 plus 7 is equal to 2. You can find f inverse 7 by yourself, like this f inverse 3. And f inverse 1 over 3 is equal to 1 over 3 plus 7 is equal to 22 by 3. This is question number 3. In this question, again you are given a function, and this function is g, which is defined as x such that 3x plus 4. Write this function in this form: g of x is equal to 3x plus 4. Now replace this g of x by y and make x the subject of this formula equation. Y minus 4 is equal to 3x, and y minus 4 over 3 is equal to x, or you can write x is equal to y minus 4 over 3. Now this x will be replaced by g inverse y equals to y minus 4 over 3, and every y in this equation will be replaced by x. We get this inverse function. You are asked to express this inverse function in the same way. The only difference is that we will write g inverse for g, x as it is, and for this expression we will write this expression. So g inverse is defined as x g inverse such that x is mapped onto x minus 4 over 3, which is written in the same way as the function is given. Then you are asked to find these values of the inverse function at these values, various values of x. This is the given function. You are asked to find the value of this function when x is equal to 3. Put x is equal to 3 on the right hand side of this inverse function. We get minus 1 over 3. Then put x is equal to minus 4. We get minus 2 and 2 by 3. Put x is equal to 1 over 2 in the inverse function. We get the value of the inverse function at x is equal to 1 by 2, which is minus 1 and 1 over 6. G inverse minus 3 by 4 is equal to minus 3 by 4 minus 4 over 3. Simplifying, we will get minus 1 and 7 by 12. So the function was given. You are asked to find the inverse function. After finding the inverse function, you are asked to find the values of that inverse function at various values of x, and we have done this like this. This is question number 6. A function g is defined by g such that x is mapped onto 6x minus 8 for all real values of x. What are the elements in the domain whose images are? Domain, as we have discussed in the starting slides, that the values which we put in the function are called the domain, and the values we get out of that are called the values of y, and the values of y are also called the images. Now images, the values of y are given. You are simply asked to find that value of x which when you put in a function so that you get 10. So write the function in this way: g of x is equal to 6x minus 8. Now this value on the left hand side is given 10. That is g of x is equal to 10. We need to find this value of x which is put in this function to get this 10. So g of x is 6x minus 8. Put 6x minus 8 equal to 10 and solve this for x. 6x is equal to 8 plus 10. 6x is equal to 18 and x is equal to 3. So if we will put x is equal to 3 in this equation, we will get 10. 6 3s are 18. 18 minus 8 is 10. Similarly, what is the value of x which we put in this equation? We get 40. So function is this: g of x is equal to 6x minus 8. G of x, the value of this function at some point, some value of x is 40. What is that value? So we will put 6x minus 8 equals to 40. 6x is equal to 8 plus 40. 6x is equal to 48 and x is equal to 8. Similarly, find the value, or asked to find the value of x, that is the domain element, which when we put in this equation we get minus 4. So g of x is equal to minus 4. 6x minus 8 is equal to minus 4. 6x is equal to plus 8 minus 4. 6x is equal to 4. X is equal to 4 over 6 and x is equal to 2 by 3. So when we will put x is equal to 2 by 3 in this equation, we will get minus 4. Similarly, when we will get minus 6 out of this function, that is, you are asked to find the value of x. So put 6x minus 8 equal to minus 6. Solve it for x. Plus 8 minus 6. 6x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2 by 6 and x is equal to 1 by 3. So this is how we will solve question number 6. Function is given, the value of y, that is the value of this function at some point x are given. You are asked to find that value of x which when you put in this function you get this value of y. You will solve question number 4 and question number 5 of exercise 2b, which are same as we have done in from question number 1 to question number 6. Thank you for watching and Allah Hafiz.